Hello students, this is part 2 of chapter 3 metals and non-metals. There are total 3 parts of the chapters. First part already you have seen and I hope you enjoyed the part in which we discuss the physical properties of metals and non-metals. And this is part 2 of this chapter. So I'll start part 2 of chapter metals and non-metals. In this part we'll study the chemical properties of metals. Reaction of metals with oxygen, reaction of metals with water, reaction of metals with acid, and reaction of metals with salt of other metals. So let us start. Before starting this part, let me make a correction in your part 1. If you remember, I taught you physical properties of non-metals and there was a point number 3, that non-metals are gas except bromine. Bromine is liquid at room temperature. So please make a correction over here that non-metals are found in solid state and gas state except bromine. At that time I could not notice it. When I noticed it, it was converted into movie and at that time it was difficult to change. So now please change it, make this correction and read that non-metals are solids and gas except bromine. Carbon and sulfur, they are non-metals. They are found in solid state. Oxygen, nitrogen, they are non-metals in gaseous state. And bromine is the only non-metals that is found in liquid state at room temperature. So thank you students. Now I am coming back to this part and we will start chemical properties of metals. What we will study in chemical properties of metals? We will study chemical reactions of various metals with different substances. The first one is reaction of metal with oxygen or in air. What happens when metals are burnt in air? All the metals do not show the same reaction when they are burnt in the air. Yes, metals form metal oxide, but some are more reactive and some are less. But this is the general equation of metal and reaction. When metals reaction with oxygen, metal oxide is formed. This is the example of copper and aluminium. When they are reacting with oxygen or they are burning in air, their oxides are formed. The first equation is 2Cu plus O2 gives 2CuO. Copper plus oxygen on reacting formed copper oxide. Aluminium, when it reacts with oxygen, it gives aluminium oxide. So this was metal plus oxygen gives metal oxide. Reaction number 1, chemical properties of metal number 1. When any metal reacts with oxygen, metal oxide is formed. The metal oxide that is formed this way are mostly basic in nature, that we have already learned in chapter acid, base and salt. Here you can see different metals are given and they are reacting with oxygen or they are burning in air. They all are not reacting in the same way. Some are more reactive, some are less reactive. Even the color of the flame is also different. Here you can see Li, Sr, Na, Cu and K. I told you that metal oxides are basic, but some oxides are amphoteric. What are amphoteric oxides? Metal oxides that react with both acids as well as bases to produce salt and water are known as amphoteric oxide. The best example of amphoteric oxide is aluminum oxide and zinc oxide. Let me show the examples. Aluminum oxide. Here aluminum oxide is reacting as base. It is reacting with acid and salt is formed. In the another reaction, aluminum oxide is reacting as acid and it is forming salt. So aluminum oxide and zinc oxide react as amphoteric oxides. Another point to remember regarding metal oxide is that metal oxides are insoluble in water, but some of the oxides are dissolved into the water and they form alkalis. Sodium oxide and potassium oxide dissolve in water to produce alkali, and the reactions are here. Na2O plus H2O gives 2NaOH. K2O plus H2O gives 2KOH. This is sodium hydroxide and this is potassium hydroxide. Here are some important points. All metals do not react with oxygen at the same rate. As I told you, some are more reactive, some are less reactive. Different metals show different reactivities towards oxygen. Metals as potassium and sodium, they react so vigorously that they catch fire if they are kept in the open. And that is why they are kept in kerosene oil. Here you can see burning of sodium metal, how vigorously it is burning in the air. Some metals like magnesium, aluminium, zinc and lead, they are covered with a thin layer of oxide if they are kept in air. Why they are covered with this? The layer is of oxide and that prevents the metal from further oxidation. ये metals को open में रखने पर एक layer बन जाता है metal oxide का, और वो उसको और ज्यादा ऑक्सीजन के साथ रिएक्शन नहीं करने देता और ज्यादा ऑक्साइड बनाने से रोकता है, मतलब उस मेटल का कोरोजन रोकता है. तो एक्चुअली दैट इज अ प्रिवेंटिव लेयर. It is useful for the metal if it is formed over there when metal is exposed to the air or metal is exposed to the moisture. Here you can see magnesium, it is burning in the air and it burns with a dazzling flame. चमकारे के साथ जलता है magnesium. Iron does not burn on heating, but fillings burn vigorously when sprinkled in the flame of the burner. And copper does not burn at all, but hot metal is coated with a black colored layer of copper oxide. Copper ऑक्सीजन के साथ रिएक्शन नहीं करेगा, लेकिन जो गर्म मेटल होती है ना, वो एक ब्लैक कलर लेयर के साथ मिलती है और दैट ब्लैक कलर लेयर इज कॉपर ऑक्साइड. So these were some special qualities of different metals. What happens when metals react with oxygen? Silver and gold, they do not react with oxygen even at high temperature, and that is why these metals are used in making ornaments. What happens when metal react with water? Metal plus water form metal oxide and hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas is released when any metal reacts with water. When the same metal oxide reacts with excess water, metal hydroxide is formed. This is the general equation of reaction between metal and water. Potassium and sodium react violently with cold water. In case of sodium and potassium, the reaction is so violent and exothermic that they evolve hydrogen immediately catches fire. इतना हीट प्रोड्यूस होता है इस रिएक्शन में कि तुरंत आग लग जाती है. You can see the reaction of potassium with water. Immediately it catches fire. This is the chemical reaction of potassium and sodium with water. 2K plus 2H2O gives 2KOH plus H2 plus heat energy. Heat is evolved over here, that is why this is exothermic reaction. 2Na plus 2H2O gives 2NaOH plus H2 plus heat energy. This is the example of exothermic reaction also. The reaction of calcium with water, that is not that much violent, it is less violent, but here also the heat is evolved. That heat evolved in this reaction is not sufficient for the hydrogen to catch fire, but then also it is an exothermic reaction. Heat comparatively less. This is chemical reaction between calcium and hydrogen. Ca plus 2H2O gives CaOH twice plus H2. Here also H2 gas is evolved. Calcium starts floating because the bubbles of hydrogen gas formed stick to the surface of the metal. In this reaction, that is the special point to be remembered. Magnesium does not react with cold water. It reacts with hot water and it forms magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen. Magnesium also starts floating due to the bubbles of hydrogen gas sticking to its surface. Metals like aluminium, iron, and zinc, they do not react either with cold water or hot water, but they react with steam to form the metal oxide and hydrogen. These are the chemical reactions of aluminium and iron when they react with water. 2Al plus 3H2O gives Al2O3 plus 3H2. 3Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus 4H2. Metals such as copper, silver, lead, gold, they do not react with water, neither with cold water nor with hot water, and they don't even react with water vapor also. So you have seen that metals, they do not react in the same way with the water. Some metals react with cold water, some with hot water, some with water vapor, and some don't even react. They do not show any reaction when they are mixed with water. This is the picture taken from your book, page number 43, and this is showing reaction of any metal with water vapor. Here you can see a glass wool soaked in the water, and that is metal. Any metal can be over here, zinc, iron. What happens when you supply heat? Reaction will occur, hydrogen gas will be formed, and with the help of delivery tube, the gas will be collected over here in a test tube, and you can see the water bubble of hydrogen. What happens when metal react with acids? When metal react with acid, it gives salt and hydrogen gas. That also you have learned in previous chapter, and this is the general equation of metal. When they react with acid, salt and hydrogen is formed. Here are the examples of metals: sodium, iron, magnesium, and aluminium. What happens when they react with acid? Sodium react with HCl and it gives sodium chloride. Iron reacts with LCl, it gives ferrous chloride. Magnesium reacts with acid, that is H2SO4, sulfuric acid. It gives magnesium sulfate, and when aluminium react with acid, aluminium sulfate. In all the cases you can see that hydrogen gas is evolved. So metal plus acid gives salt plus hydrogen. Hydrogen gas is not evolved when a metal reacts with nitric acid. Remember this point, very important. Hydrogen gas is not evolved when metal reacts with nitric acid. Why? It is because HNO3 is a strong oxidizing agent. This is the reason, and this question is asked in board exams, very important point. It oxidizes the H2 produced to water itself gets reduced to any of the nitrogen oxides. This year also in board exam the question was asked in 2 marks. Why hydrogen gas is not evolved when a metal reacts with nitric acid? तो very simple, HNO3 एक strong oxidizing agent होता है. तो क्या होता है कि HNO3 oxidizes H2 को कर देता है, जिससे प्रोड्यूस होता है वाटर, और खुद से वो रिड्यूस हो जाता है और या तो N2O बनाएगा या NO बनाएगा या NO2 बनाएगा. So this is the reason. Magnesium and manganese react with very dilute HNO3 to evolve H2 gas. अगर आप concentrated acid के HNO3 के साथ उसको reaction करवाते हैं, at that time also reaction will not occur. We need a very dilute HNO3 acid if we want to get it reacted by magnesium and manganese. And next point is copper does not react with dilute HCl. How do metal react with solution of other metal salt? Reactive metals can displace less reactive metals from their compound in solution or molten form. Metal A, salt of solution of B, salt of solution of A, metal B. If you remember, this is an example of displacement reaction. The only condition is metal A should be more reactive than metal B, then only the reaction will occur, otherwise reaction will not occur. Let me repeat the reaction. If metal A is reacting with salt of solution of B, then what will happen? Metal B will get separate and we will get salt of solution of A. This is double displacement reaction. Sorry, it is displacement reaction. The condition is metal A should be more reactive than metal. Here you can see the reaction between iron nail and copper sulfate. In this part, this only we learn chemical properties of metal. Rest of the topics we will learn in part 3. Thank you, students. I think you will understand clearly. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me, you can message me, you can call me. Thank you.